Give me the camera. You give it to me. Give it off. Give it off. Give
down,
it.
down.
Give it.
You know, I can only imagine the conversation that led to the creation of this movie. I think it went a little something like this. I want to make a movie. Great. What's it about? Ninja Assassin. Great. What's it called? Ninja Assassin. Here is $60 million. Ninja Assassin is, as the name implies, a tremendously dumb movie. But what's worse is that it takes itself far too seriously. A Wikipedia editor went so far as to say it explores political corruption, child endangerment, and the impact of violence, which is kind of like saying that Big Mama's House explores the obesity epidemic in America, or that Dumb and Dumber explores the plight of the mentally handicapped. It is a stupid film, but not without its peculiar pleasures. As such, it easily slides into screen's half-good feature like a short sword through a ribcage. Ninja Assassin tells the story of a ninja who's so good at ninja-ing that he rebels against his fellow ninja assassins and decides to assassinate them while they're in the middle of ninja-ing and assassinating. Raizo, the central character, was raised and mistreated from a very young age to be the best ninja ever, under the tutelage of his father/trainer, Lord Ozuno. As part of the Ozuni clan, his role in life is to be sent out into the world, slipping through the shadows and killing his targets in exchange for 100 pounds of gold to be remitted back to his clan. His first job? Well, it for some reason involves dressing in white and killing a man in a brightly lit bathroom. Upon completing his mission, he refuses to execute a fellow ninja who has displeased his father, revealing himself to really be more of a ninja traitor than a ninja assassin. From that day forward, he swears himself to bringing down the Ozuni clan, eventually enlisting the aid of a pair of curious Europol agents who are investigating the clan's actions on European soil. You'd have to be incompetent not to make something entertaining out of all that. And director James McTeague, who worked with the Wachowskis previously on V for Vendetta, certainly isn't incompetent. That said, the script for the film was famously rewritten in less than 3 days by J. Michael Straczynski, and let's just say that shows.
Ninja? Ninja. That's some good shit.
The Good. It is extremely bloody. One of the things that immediately impressed me when I first started watching Ninja Assassin was that this was a movie that wasn't afraid to embrace a hard R rating. If you thought you were in for some kind of bloodless affair with people dying clean, noble deaths, you can check into another Netflix rental. From the very first kill, you know that you're on a bit of a roller coaster, with the ninja in the film using every conceivable weapon available to them to take down their targets. Raizo himself chooses to wield a chain blade combo, which makes almost pathetic work of his enemies' limbs and bodies. And even the swordplay is pretty well done in terms of its effect on the human opponents. Men get their heads cut off, their fingers removed, their limbs delimbed, and it's all accompanied by gallons of virtual blood. If I can cheat a bit and put a bad inside a good, the fact that so much of the action is CGI does tend to distract from the experience. Rain obviously trained quite a bit with his weaponry, so it's a bit disappointing to see so many of the fights devolve into battles between ones and zeros inside some nerd's computer. That said, with a body count in the hundreds, you're going to get your money's worth if you came to see this movie for a spot of the old ultraviolence. The bad, the acting.
Come with me.
What is out there?
The lead actor here is a Korean pop star named Rain, who is by all accounts a hardworking and charismatic guy in real life. He even came across pretty decently in Speed Racer. Here, however, he's asked to be this grim, humorless character that suddenly becomes mildly witty at the halfway point of the film, and then slides right back into grimness for the finale. It's a weird character, all scowls and jumping, and it's hard to think of anyone who might have been able to pull it off well. He's done no favors by being thrust into a perfunctory romance with a fellow dojo student. They engage in some fantastically dumb scenes of puppy love before she attempts to escape and is put down before his eyes. The rest of the cast isn't so great either, with not a recognizable name among them unless you count the woman who played the crazy voodoo lady in the Pirates of the Caribbean films, and a guy who's apparently best known for being on a lot of BBC shows.
Alright, here's a question for you. Which of these words does not belong in this sentence? Laptop, space shuttle, nanotechnology, ninja.
At the very least, the filmmakers splurged for Sho Kosugi, a Japanese actor famous for such films as Enter the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3: The Domination, and of course, 9 Deaths of the Ninja.
beg your father for forgiveness.
As a clan leader, he at least has a meaty evil role to latch onto, and his appearance as what you might as well call the film's final boss is decently well done. The good ninja stars. Seriously, just look at these fucking ninja stars. Ninja Gaiden taught me anything. It's that ninjas basically have an infinite amount of completely weightless shuriken. And Ninja Assassin is yet another brick in the wall of certainty that every ninja has the equivalent of a small mountain's worth of steel tucked away in the folds of their clothing. If the movie does anything right, it's in its absurd portrayal of throwing stars as the ninja equivalent of a light machine gun, turning their opponents into walking stacks of misty gore, men who will never be able to hug their wives again because they have no arms. Even if they are always CGI, they're still ridiculous and fun, which also describes the movie itself. At its best, it doesn't take itself very seriously. Which leads me to my last point. The bad. I don't care about anyone in this movie. There's a lot of weird thematic issues going on in Ninja Assassin. From the get-go, the filmmakers make their ninjas seem magical and almost unkillable, with the power to essentially teleport, heal serious wounds with nothing but mental willpower, and shrug off bullets with ease. In other words, they seem fucking cool, especially since they're first shown killing off some asshole Yakuza. It's almost a disappointment to learn that they're the antagonists in the movie, in other words, and that our hero, quote-unquote, Raizo, is actually going to wind up destroying dozens of them in his major battle sequences. Even that doesn't matter though, as Raizo seems to kill off endless amounts of ninjas without ever draining their number. What's more, his ability to regenerate his wounds effectively makes him unkillable, and thus we're not super worried even when he winds up getting wounded, sometimes severely.
No, not hospital. Just keep moving.
His relationships with other characters are only roughly sketched out. Naomi Harris, for her part, is mostly reduced to a token screaming lady who's in a way over her head. This is a movie that struggles to justify the transition from one bloody fight scene to the next, and does a fairly poor job of it. Its finale, which sees Europol actually invading Japan to crush the ninja threat once and for all, is beyond dumb. In the end, Ninja Assassin seems to want to come across with a kind of ludicrous insouciance, but it also wants to seem completely serious and badass. To put it lightly, it doesn't entirely work, with the action scenes coming across as insanely over the top in completely unbelievable, albeit entertaining ways. But they're wedded to an insultingly dumb story about omnipotent assassins that is too self-serious to even be laughable. Ninja Assassin is a fun movie to watch when you're extremely inebriated, but there are action movies out there that have far more credible characters, acting, and storylines. Even a few of them can match it for sheer throwing star count. The verdict? Ninja Assassin is half good, even if the half that is good is well worth checking out. Plus, ninjas totally don't exist, which makes the entire movie so implausible that you might as well not even bother.